Hello student, I am Amol Ghosh, a lecturer of chemical engineering from Kontai Polytechnic. I will be taking today a class from Unit 3 Elementary Theories of Fluids from the subject Fundamentals of Chemical Engineering. So let's start. First, what is ideal gas? The term ideal gas is referred to a hypothetical gas whose molecules occupy negligible space and have no interaction and which consequently obey the gas law exactly. Gas law means ideal gas law. So for ideal gas, the points are: first point, ideal gas molecules do not attract or repel each other. Okay, they do not attract other and do not repel to other, so there is no interaction between two molecules. Then second point, ideal gas molecules themselves takes up no volume, so ideal gas takes up very negligible volume or no volume. Okay, next, real gas. Real gas are non-ideal interaction between two molecules. They attract to other molecule, they repel to other molecule, and it occupies some volume. Okay, in ideal gas, what you said, they occupy negligible volume, but in real gases they occupy some volume. Okay, and it do not obey the ideal gas law, and we know ideal gas law is PV is equals to nRT. Okay, here you will understand that. Next, what is ideal gas law? The pressure P, volume V, and temperature T of an ideal gas is related by a simple formula called ideal gas law, which is PV is equals to nRT. And here P is the pressure of the gas, V is the volume taken by the gas, T is the temperature of the gas, R is gas constant, and N is number of mole of gas. Okay, so we are going to the next page. Boyle's law. Pressure and volume are inversely related at constant temperature. So if the temperature is constant, P proportional to 1 by V, right? Or we can say PV is equals to constant. Okay, PV is equals to constant, so we can say P1 V1 equals to P2 V2 equals to P3 V3 dot 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 dot. Okay, and we are taking two cases where initial pressure 1 atmospheric, initial volume 1 liter, and final pressure P2 is 2 atmospheric, final volume 0.5 liter. And all the in these cases, in all time temperature should be constant. Okay, so here PV is 1 is into 1 equals to 1, P2 V2 is here 2 into 0.5 is also 1, so it obeys the Boyle's law. Next, so again I am drawing a graph. Here this axis is pressure and this axis is volume. So at pressure 4 atmospheric, volume is V. At pressure 2 atmospheric, 2V. 1 atmospheric, 4V. So here P1 V1 equals to 4, here P2 V2 equals to 2 into 2 4, and P3 V3 equals to 1 into 4 equals to 4. So all the cases PV is constant, so it is Boyle's law. Next, Charles law. The volume of gas directly the volume of gas varies directly with the absolute temperature at constant pressure. If pressure is constant, here pressure is constant, if pressure is constant, V by T is constant. Okay, V proportional to T, or we can say V by T is constant. If we take two cases, okay, case 1, case 2, so for the two cases V1 by T1 equals to V2 by T2. Okay, to understand that, here I am taking a constant pressure, P equals to constant in both cases. Here V1 equals to 0.5, T1 equals to 200, and we are heating it. After heating, the temperature reaches to 400 Kelvin and volume is 1 liter. So here V1 by T1 is equals to 0.5 by 200, or we can say 1 by 400. In the second case, it is also 1 by 400. So both cases are same. Again, after cooling also, V1 by T1 is equals to V2 by T2. So it obeys the Charles law. Next, again we are drawing a graph where volume axis is this and temperature axis is this. So we can understand from the graph, as the temperature increases, volume also increases, so they are proportional. Okay, Next, the ideal gas law expresses three factors. We studied ideal gas law. It expresses main three facts. They are: the volume of gas is directly proportional to number of moles of the gas. So V proportional to N, volume proportional to number of moles. Number two, the volume of gas is directly proportional to the absolute temperature of the gas. So volume proportional to absolute temperature T. So V proportional to T. Point number 3, the volume of the gas is inversely proportional to pressure. So V proportional to 1 by P. Okay. Next, perfect gas law. In a mixture of ideal gases, the molecule of each component gas behave independently as though they alone were present in the container. Okay. Acha, we have a mixture. Okay, mixture of ideal gas in a container. Suppose ABC, three component we have in a container, and behavior of A is such that, okay, in mixed condition its behavior is similar to if that gas alone present in the container. So in mixture its behavior and its alone present in the container, its behavior are same. Okay. The partial pressure of the component gas present in the mixture of gases is the pressure that would be exerted by that component gas if it alone were present in the same volume and at the same temperature as the mixture. So so just understand. So in two cases, okay, in first case when it was in the mixture, it has a partial pressure, and when it alone present, okay, it has a partial pressure, and the both should be same. Okay, thus Pa equals to Na by RT when it is in mixture. Suppose ABC gas we have, so Pa is equals to Na by RT, which the pressure is exerted by the gas, and same pressure will be exerted by that gas when it alone present at that particular volume. Okay, where Na is number of mole, we know. The partial volume of the component gas present in the mixture of gases is the volume that would be occupied by that component gas if it is alone were present at the same pressure and temperature as the mixture. Thus Va equals to Na by RT. It is also same, the volume occupied by the gas. Suppose total volume is 3 liter, okay, and individual component occupy a volume 111, and when the alone gas is present is also occupy only 1 liter. It should occupy 1 liter volume. Okay, because the gas is ideal gas, so there should not be any interaction between gas molecules. Okay, as they do not have interaction, so they are independent. So in all cases, in suppose pressure, volume, they having pressure and they occupy volume, it is independent to other molecules present. Okay, so they are called perfect gas. So perfect gas means the ideal gas which do not actually who is independent to other component for its pressure and volume. Okay, pressure, volume do not changing by suppose mixing of 2 or 3 components. Okay, and that gas is called perfect gas, and that gas mixture is called perfect gas mixture. Next, the partial pressure. Okay, pressure is missing here. The partial pressure is defined as the pressure is gas would exert if it alone occupy the volume of the mixture at the mixture temperature. So partial pressure is the pressure that would be exerted by a component which if it is present alone in the mixture. Suppose ABC present in a mixture, and if only A present there, so pressure occupied by that volume is the partial pressure of A, this way, right? Suppose ABC three component present and three having same volume, okay, and each having pressure of 1 atmospheric. So the total pressure of the volume of that volume would be 1 plus 1 plus 1, so 3, okay, this way. Partial pressure means individual's pressure, right? And ABC component each having individual pressure, right? In this way, Dalton's law, this states the total pressure of a mixture of ideal gas is equal to sum of the partial pressure of the constituent gases, okay. At partial pressure, what I said, partial pressure equals to the pressure exerted by any component. Suppose ABC component present there, so partial pressure of A component is PA, B component PB, and C component PC. So total pressure of the system is sum of the three partial pressure of three component ABC. So total pressure is PT is equals to PA plus PB plus PC. This is the Dalton's law for a gaseous mixture ABC when all uh, uh, contributing gas are at the same volume, okay. If they are at same volume and and temperature, so at same volume and same temperature, Dalton's law can be expressed as pressure is equals to partial pressure of P, partial pressure of P, partial pressure of C plus dot dot. So summation of Pi, I equals to 1 to C, okay. C is number of components, right? Dalton's law has been provided experimentally to be somewhat accurate. The total pressure offer being higher than the sum of the partial pressure. This is especially true during transition of pressure is increases. However, for engineering purpose, it is the best rule available and the error is minor, okay, error is very less. So this is not exact, this is experimentally you can use, but the total pressure is a little bit higher, okay. In real condition, the total pressure is sum of individual pressures plus something, okay. So total pressure is more than this the sum of individual pressures in real condition. Next page, Amagat's law. According to Amagat's law of partial volume, the total volume of a non-reacting mixture of gases at constant temperature and pressure should be equal to sum of the individual partial volumes of the constituent gases. So if V1, V2, V3 dot 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 Vn were considered to be partial volume of component of gaseous mixture, then the total volume V would be represented as V equals to V1 plus V2 plus V3 plus dot dot Vn is summation of Vi, okay. Suppose it is also like the Dalton's law, okay, this law, okay. Here the volume, suppose ABC component present, so total volume V equals to Va plus Vb plus Vc, this way, okay. Suppose we have a gas, hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen, hydrogen 1 liter, oxygen 2 liter, nitrogen 3 liter, so total volume is 1 plus 2 plus 3 is equals to 6 liter. So mixture of hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen volume is 6 liter in this way, okay. So from Dalton's law we know pressure is summation of P, okay. So P P total pressure P is equals to summation of NIRT. P V equals to NIRT we know for ideal gas. So P we can write NIRT, and again Pi equals to NIRT for individual component. Partial pressure is mole of that component and RT. So divided 2 by 1, Pi by P is Ni by summation of N equals to Yi, which is mole fraction. So Pi is Yi into P, right? Again we know vi I equals to yi into v, so yi equals to vi by v, pi by v, so we can say volume percent equals to mole percent, pi by p is mole percent we say. Acha, then average molecular weight, we have studied the average molecular weight in previous chapter. Here also I am saying average molecular weight of a gas mixture is defined by the ratio of weight of substance present in the gaseous mixture to number, that is number of the substance. Average molecular weight wi summation by total mole summation of mole. Okay, wi by mass is mole, we know, summation of mole. Okay, so wi you can write ni by wi and at bottom summation of mole. So number of mole by summation of mole is mole fraction into mi. So average molecular weight is equals to summation yi mi equals to, we can write y1 m1 plus y2 m2 plus y3 m3. Okay, pure component volume. Next, pure component volume. A mole of any pure substance is defined by that the quantity whose weight is numerically equal to its molecular weight. Volume occupied by pure substance is called volume of pure substance. Okay, so when its weight is equals to molecular weight, that is called pure component. If other component present, then weight should not be equals to molecular weight. Okay, and the volume occupied is called pure component volume. Okay students, so this is end for today. Okay, so see you in next class. Bye.